The high point of sporting activities this week. Arsenal against Chelsea there. Welcome you on the show. Weekend Sport on Trust TV. Adeniyi Ajishafe. You just saw there. It was a performance that a lot of Chelsea fans were not envisaging. But that's football. At times, you get it done, and at times, you actually lose out. But right now, they will have to brace up to do well in their next game. Well, right now, we'll be taking you through the world of sport. A lot of activity lineup for this weekend in football, in boxing, in different activities of sport across the globe. But we'll be pinpointing some more that will be talking on the show. We saw that particular clip, Arsenal, Chelsea, and now if you look at the top three in the Premier League, shows that the battle is between Arsenal, Manchester City, and also Liverpool, just a point ahead, and they are closing the gap. The three teams are fighting hard. They have 77, 76, 74, and they are all fighting hard to see how they can stay top. Man City, they also did well, being able to defeat Brighton, while Liverpool lost to Everton that particular derby. But a big one for the Gunners. Still hoping that they can actually win the MPL, rather the EPL there. Well, a big one. A lot of fans are hoping that that will actually happen. Talking about the week in review for you there. While we talk about the week in review, our women, Nigerian Women Football League, also played their last match in the league, Group A and B. Let's quickly look at how the table is standing, where we have the top three qualifying for the Super Six. In Group A, you have Nasarawa, Amazon, Confluence Queens, Hadland Queens, making the cut to play in the Super Six. While you look at Group B, also teams are actually top the Group B there. Also, they've qualified to play in the Super Six. Rivers Angels, Edo Queens, and Bayelsa Queens making that particular cut to play in the Super Six for this season, as they want to see who will win the league for 2023-2024 season. Talking about Women Football League in Nigeria, that's the high point of the league concerning women this season. And also in Formula One, the drivers are beginning to at least get themselves registered for next season. As we look at Formula One drivers for next season, that will be coming up. You look at Max Verstappen is there with his team, as been a fantastic driver for this season, and he has really done well for himself with Red Bull there. You have Russell with Mercedes, while Hamilton will be leaving Mercedes, will be joining Ferrari next season alongside Charles Leclerc there. Well, Lando Norris and Piastri will be racing for McLaren, and you have Alonso for Aston Martin, and the man that has joined Sauber just yesterday, it was confirmed that Hockenberg will be joining Sauber there, and they will be racing next season. So that's it for now. When you look at the driver for 2025, it's getting hot up right now. Verstappen, Leclerc, and Hamilton. And you have Alonso, Hockenberg all ready to join there to actually race for these teams, while Lando Norris and Piastri are battle ready to race for McLaren next season. Well, taking you what happened during the week, and right now we cross over straight down to Lafayette. We'll be joining JC Adams. I will begin us update concerning what's happening about the Nationwide League One taking place in Lafayette Center. We have different centers across Nigeria, but this time around we have JC Adams here. JC Adams, good to have you on the show. Weekend Sport on Trust TV.
Yeah, good morning, Annie. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm very fine. Good to have you on the show. So let's quickly have updates. I'm sure a match is ongoing right now in Lafayette.
Of course, you can see that I'm at the Lafayette City Stadium, where it is currently a game between Mafeng and Vet Rovers of Plateau State. It has been an interesting ride here in Nasarawa State, Lafayette, as we have 12 teams jostling for that single slot. And so far, so good. For both teams, we have one Agara topping Group B, who have a game with the NYC national team later after this game, while in Group A, FC Barcelona, they already have 12 points, and they top the group. They have already secured qualification to the final round robin here at the Lafayette City Stadium. An exciting time in Lafayette.
Okay. You just mentioned that a match is ongoing between Mafeng team and a team from just there. But really, about all the teams participating so far, which team has actually at least been the best team for you as a sport journalist?
Trust me, we have an array of teams that are doing very well, that have done very well, and one particular team that has caught the fancy of the fans in Lafayette is New Minds Football Academy, the team that qualified from NLO Division 2 to Division 1. This is their first time in Division 1, and they've managed to accumulate 7 points to topple One Agara in Group B. They've been exceptional, one of the best teams, filled with youth and young players, and trust me, is one of the best we've seen so far in the country. Trust me.
Okay, before I let you go, right now, the NLO league will be at least winding up today, and expectations are high to see teams getting that particular slot. How has it been when it comes to the welfare of these clubs that are participating?
Honestly, this easily will pass for the best since I've been covering the NLO, and you can see more of the private clubs coming in. I know it's not been easy because the 12 teams have been staying in Lafayette right from the inception of the tournament, and it has not been that hard. As you can see, the motivation is high, and the club owners have done exceptionally well, to sponsor their teams.
Okay, doing exceptionally well to sponsor their teams there. JC Adams giving us update from Lafayette, Nasarawa State. Thank you so much, JC Adams.
My pleasure, Mr. Adeni.
Okay, good morning there. JC just giving us updates concerning what's happening in Lafayette Center of Nationwide League One, where activities are right now ongoing between all different clubs. There are 12 teams jostling for just one slot from that center. The Nationwide League One is third tier of Nigerian Football League, and teams are playing different centers across Nigeria. So many teams are playing, but they just have to fight for one slot before they gather them together again. Well, big one there. Thank you so much, JC Adams. And right now, we're talking about Nationwide League One, and we just give you updates concerning that. Well, we go on a short break. Let's look at what's happening in the NBA. Well, the playoff is on, and games are being played. Dallas Mavericks, Los Angeles Clippers. All these games actually being played, but we just have to give you this. By the time we return, we have a guest to review NBA playoffs with us.
See a flush by Derek Lively. That's some channeling you got to do. Washington, Amir Coffey is the defender right now. Plumlee shouting out instructions as he was the defender on Gafford who was going to screen. Now they just clear out. Luka operating and isolating, and most importantly, hitting. Call me crazy, Devin. I might be biased. Double team on Luka. Pass. Lively finish. Lively foul. Kawhi. Two made threes in the game for Norman Powell, who was fifth in the NBA at 43.5% on threes this year. Give and go, and a lob! Kyrie Irving, another tower of power finish by Derek Lively. Here's Kyrie.
The NBA there for you. Big one. The playoff is actually on. We'll be looking at the NBA playoff review with our Sheriff is here to talk NBA with us. And that's basketball for those who love the dunk and slam sport of basketball. Right now, we look at that. Good to have you on the show, Sharif.
Thanks for having me.
A lot of people actually call you Sharif.
Yeah, it goes either ways.
Okay, so you just saw there that game between Dallas Mavericks and Los Angeles Clippers, and it was a tough one. And you look at Dallas Mavericks was able to win that game 101-90.
Yeah, it was actually expected because on the game one of the series, the Clippers actually took that one. But the subsequent games they played, the Dallas Mavericks had it, and I feel like the Los Angeles Clippers are actually looking like a dysfunctional team right now. And then you have to deal with the problem of load management for Kawhi Leonard. So you have just Paul George and James Harden, who are the two major guys that have to make it happen for the Los Angeles Clippers. And then Russell Westbrook is getting a little emotional or too emotional, and is actually causing them to not step up the way they are supposed to step up. And I actually feel like
too early.
Okay, first we'll start from the Phoenix Suns and the Timberwolves. I don't want to write off the Phoenix Suns because of the caliber of players they have there, having veterans and top stars on that team, but I would say the series is over for them because they're already down 3-0, and there's this so much taste on the Timberwolves angle. They're having a very agile and very young rookie point guard who is actually topping the league right now in the person of Anthony Edwards. And then you have two major experienced big men on that team. You have Karl Anthony Towns, you have Rudy Gobert. And then for the Phoenix Suns to be able to defeat the Timberwolves on this series, they need to score. You can't beat the Timberwolves by playing defense. You need defense, but you need to score. You need to outscore them to be able to win. So As much as I don't want to write off the Kevin Durant, the Bradley Beals, and the Devin Booker of the series, I think it's over for them.
I saw a particular post somewhere talking about LeBron James that this time around, LA Lakers are not having it easy, that he won't be able to go for the ring. How do you see his performance so far?
LeBron James as an individual, yes, he's doing all he can, but you know he's not the one.
A player that should stand out at the end of the whole season, who are you looking at as the MVP?
I actually have two people in mind. I would say Nikola Jokic and then Luka Doncic.
So it means the two players that have C at the end of their names.
Yeah, and those guys are actually European players. So let's see.
Doncic and Jokic, two of them are fantastic players this season. And I also saw a particular clip where Embiid was fantastic. It really showed why he's one of those star players. Yeah. But you can never take anything away from him. Although we know he has actually won it before. But this time around, it's between Jokic and Doncic.
Why is between Jokic and Doncic is because the Denver Nuggets are actually 3 up now with the Lakers, and I don't see anybody stopping them. They're
already
going to
3
the finals. Yeah,
already.
I see them going to the finals, and that's where Luka Doncic stands. Oh, sorry, Nikola Jokic stands, has an upper hand to clinch it. But then when you look at the Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic is actually doing a lot. He's defending well, he's scoring, he's rallying his team together. So I feel like aside Nikola Jokic is that one man that can actually match up with that level of play right now.
Okay, talking about NBA there. Well, quickly, just join us to give us some, at least let's review together. And we just did concerning the NBA. Big one happening there, although too early to call for some teams. But Dallas Mavericks are really fighting their way in. And also Denver Nuggets, that team, watch out for them. They are coming again. And who knows, maybe, as I actually mentioned, Jokic and Doncic could actually be the MVP for this season. We wait to see. Thank you so much, Awa Sharif.
Thanks for having me, Adeni.
Okay, for those who love basketball, they will continue to bring you more concerning this, and the time will come, we'll give you at least about 30 minutes to talk about basketball, both in Nigeria and also over there in the NBA. Well, the NBA, that's the BAL, is taking place across Africa. The one in Senegal, the one in Morocco, all happening, or rather Egypt, across Africa right now. But we'll continue to give you updates concerning that. Right now, let's quickly move over from that particular segment and talk about the Do You Know segment, where we give you facts, figures, and history behind sport, alongside fixtures for this weekend. 2-in-1 for you there. Did you know segment where we at least remind ourselves and also educate ourselves concerning sporting moments. And also we looked at fixtures for this weekend. You just saw their MPFL down to French League One matches coming up. For the MPFL match day 32, all the teams are battle ready. A big one between the likes of Plateau United and Rangers. All the matches coming up. The former coach of Plateau United now with Rangers, Ilechuku there. His name is Fidelis Ilechuku. Will be playing against his former club. And also matches coming up this weekend. Remo Stars, they did well yesterday, being able to win their game against Niger Tornadoes. And right now that has actually given them an edge and jump onto the bigger boys in the MPFL. Right now we're being joined by Joseph Peter from Lagos to talk about the MPFL and also the Premier League. Matches are getting tougher every day. Well, the Nigerian man, let me call you that. Good to have you on the show.
Yeah, good to have you, sir. Good morning. How is it?
I'm okay, and you?
I am fine. Lagos is super.
Okay, it's a weekend of football activities, and we know that a lot of Nigerian fans who love MPFL, even though attention has zoomed to Europe, but we still talk about our own. Matches are on for this weekend. After this weekend, according to the news reaching out, that they'll be going on break for the fact that Rivers United needs to play most of their outstanding matches, and they'll be able to do that for a month, within a month. Right now, Doma United, Kwara United will be coming up today. Bende Insurance in Benin City tackles Atlanta of Owerri. And you look at Sunday games, Gombe United, Lobby Stars, Aqua United, Kano Pillars, big match there. Bayelsa United, Rivers United, Plateau United, they wait to face Rangers. Former coach Ilechuku is now with Rangers. Eyimba versus Katsina United. Shooting Stars, Sunshine Stars, and Sporting Lagos against Abia Warriors. Now, before you talk about the matches, let's look at the table. We look at how the table is in the MPFL match day 32, when they finish match 31 after playing all those games that were played. You look at Rangers International, the top there, they are top with 54 points, followed by Remo Stars, who won yesterday against Niger Tornadoes. They are second now with 53 points, followed by Eyimba International 52. The way it is in Premier League, that's how it is right now in the MPFL. In fact, tougher here because Lobby Star is also having 52 points alongside the other teams there. So it's a tough one. It's not top 3 here, it's top 4 or top 5 in the MPFL, just to let you have a glimpse of what is happening before you talk about the matches.
I think it's top 7. I think it's top 7 as far as I'm concerned, because even Katsina United cannot be counted out. They have 49 points. And what's the difference between the 7th and the first 7th? We find out that it's just 5 points. 5 points can be overturned within 2 games. So the MPFL is quite tougher. Even the Premier League now turned into a 2-horse race. So this is like a 7-horse race as far as I'm concerned. And a lot of games to be decided today. A lot of games decide the outcome. Would possibly have an effect on the outcome of the league, especially the game between Plateau United and Rangers. That's going to be a very tough one. Will Ilechuku defeat his former club? It's maybe on paper obvious that they being to take the 3 points, but you know the PFL has been full of surprises this year, and you never can tell. It's open for everyone. Congrats to Stars who got themselves back into play. So I'm just curious to see what will happen after the month break, which Rivers started gets also play their games, and maybe they come into the mix too. So you never can tell. We just have to watch out and see who gets to win the league this year. It has been tough and it has been good for the league this year.
It's a battle of almost 7 clubs right now when it comes to the MPFL. We've been talking with Joseph Peter that joined us from Lagos, and right now, as we're talking about the MPFL, well, you mentioned Rangers Plateau. That match, a lot of people want to see what will Plateau do against Rangers. We know Rangers are topping the MPFL, and they really want to coast home match day 32 before they go on break, and that will speak a lot, because if you're able to win this, at least you can be rest assured that you are also tilting towards getting the league done. Plateau United Rangers is a match to watch. For the fact that it sends a lot of signals, and like you mentioned, 7-horse race that we have in the MPFL, not like a Premier League where they have 3-horse races there. Right now, Rangers Plateau United, what would you see as the score point or score line rather between the two clubs?
It's easy for some to just go on Rangers would win the game. But this game of football, and they are not playing against a smaller team in the MPFL. They are playing against United, who have been champions recently, not long ago. And this will tell you that maybe it's going to be a draw, or maybe a slim win for Rangers tonight. For me, I don't like to take sides when it comes to games like this because anything can happen. So I just hope that the game goes on smoothly and we all enjoy the game of football like we should. But if I were to put my money, and if it is by force to make a, I think I'll tilt towards Real United for them being at home and for them having a gaffer that already knows the Plateau United players and some of their.
Okay, well, while we're taking on that, let's quickly cross over to Premier League where we have fixtures for this weekend, and it's a 3-horse race there. Manchester City won their match against Brighton, and you saw Arsenal demolishing Chelsea earlier on while Liverpool lost out. It's a battle of the 3 right now, even though a lot of people are already edging Liverpool out, but it's still open. Man City faces, they'll be facing Nottingham Forest, Tottenham Hotspur, Arsenal. Big match coming up. Bournemouth against Brighton, Aston Villa, Chelsea, Everton, Brentford, Luton Town, Wolverhampton Wanderers, and you have Manchester against Burnley. Liverpool away to West Ham. Those are the matches for this weekend. Pick one and let's quickly dissect it. I'm sure a lot of people want to see that derby, Tottenham Hotspur, Arsenal.
Definitely, it has to be the London derby. Arsenal has been sparkling and has been in contention for the league for a long time now. They, at one point, maybe were of it, especially against Aston Villa when they lost. But they are back into the mix now because of the match in hand that Man City has. Nevertheless, it does not in any way kind of guarantees Arsenal the White Hart Lane. That is the most I think the most tough. I would like the most difficult game for Arsenal Football Club whenever it comes to the Premier League. The hostility there is a lot much more than they used to face wherever they go. And I am sure that as a Tottenham fan, and not just their fans, I mean their officials, what will make them happy, than anything in this season, they fight for the top 4. Let's not forget that is making sure that Arsenal does not win the Premier League. And if they are able to achieve that, I mean, it will be awesome for them. So me, that is the game of the weekend. Obviously, for everybody, it's the game of the weekend. However, I am an Arsenal fan, and I think Arsenal can do this, but only if they go in this game without emotion. Just look at it as 3 points that they need to collect, because winning against Tottenham and not winning against Man United or beating Everton or whoever is coming ahead is as the same thing as losing it anyway. So for me, it's not about Tottenham; it's about the league. Now we are chasing, even though we are, leading the pack, but they are still chasing, considering the points that Man City, the games in hand that Man City had. So I just pray that they keep their cool and make sure that they do what they need to do and collect the 3 points.
Okay, we've been talking concerning the Premier League there. Right now, on a lighter note, before I let you go, we look at Liverpool and Arsenal. As this particular graphics there, let's have that particular one. What happened to Liverpool? Look at this. Okay, I saw Liverpool livid. They went to sleep against Everton in that. What a funny video there.
Last week I talked about this when you were showing me the rundown of the games that were left. And I said for Liverpool, I see them win all the game, but for the game at the Goddess, which is against Everton, as always, historically, they don't really do well when it's against Everton at home. And it was expected. I didn't think they would lose. At least I thought they would pick a top. But, football, the same test goes for Arsenal now, who has a tough opponent being Tottenham, and who has Man United who are beat at home. When was the last time Arsenal beat Man United home? So it really depends on all those things. Same thing goes for Man City also. They have Tottenham to beat. They have not done that since since the relocation of Tottenham to the
Okay,
London Stadium. So it's all tough for everybody.
Joseph, let's quickly look at this one. The elephant, that match between Chelsea and Arsenal, this was actually done too on a lighter note, at least to make some fans out there also look at it in a funny way. Arsenal, the elephant is back to the tree, and in so, with all pride, standing on the blue. What's a way to go? Well, just to make you laugh a bit there. Joseph, we want to appreciate your time with us on the show.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you, Pat.
Okay, I can see that smile there. Maybe because you are a gunner, you are so happy that the elephant is actually standing on the blue dog there. Well, right now we go on a short break. We always want to promote our own sport when it comes to Nigeria. That's why we call this station that particular slogan, documenting Nigerian stories. But really, we'll be showcasing a particular league ongoing in Abuja and also talking about football development in Nigeria. Let's go on a short break. By the time we return, we showcase the guests in the studio. Focusing on football, we know that that's the beautiful bride. You can't take anything away from it. Worldwide, it has been a sport that everyone actually has fallen in love with. But right now, we have in the studio gentlemen who have been going around promoting Nigerian football from the grassroots level, called the particular league they run, Rising Star Football League, and really it's rising. In fact, the star is glowing every day. That's why we have them in the studio, in the person of Majiro Gene Emelfa, who is the content manager of that particular league. Good to have you on the show.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
And also we have to the far left is Bobby Sekwena. That's the marketing. Good to have you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, let's start with you, Majiro. Rising Star League, first of all, what inspired it?
Well, it was born out of, thank you very much for the opportunity, first off. Rising Star Football League was born out of the, passion for grooming grassroots talents, from our proprietor. He sat down and he thought about it deeply together with his team and, see how can we repackage grassroots football and make it, much more viable to the world, and also give opportunity to those grassroots players from smaller leagues, bringing them together, putting the right avenue for them to be able to thrive, and that was how Rising Star was born. And currently we started that dream. The dream has become a reality, we started here in December, started the league fully in December, and currently we're on a half-time break at the moment, which will be resuming on the 4th of May. The league will kickstart again at the Buhari Township Stadium. Also, we're trying to, well, I would say, break into Lagos. We just returned back from Lagos, where the Rising Star Football League Lagos edition will kickstart, in about 2 months' time. We're able to complete the draws for the preliminary stages, which will give us the 12 teams that we require. So we had 96 teams participating.
96 teams?
Yes, 96 teams participating in a knockout, stage kind of game, to give us the 12 teams that will play the Lagos Edition League, where they will vie for prizes and other things.
Okay, that's the breakdown of how that team, that league came to be.
Yes.
Okay, so well, we just heard from him there. 96 teams in Lagos, thrown down to 12 by the time they play the knockout stage.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about Abuja version of it.
Okay.
Abuja version of this particular league.
So the Abuja version, we have 12 teams currently running, and those 12 teams are vying for the cash prize of 11 million. And every week we try as much as possible to encourage these players. So we pay them match bonuses, we pay them appearance fees, we pay the players of the match, players of the week, team of the week, some
just
little stipends just to encourage them.
Modeling it after all the foreign leagues.
Exactly.
To encourage Nigerians.
To encourage them to put in their best, to encourage them to, give their all. And as you can see, like, it's been improving from day one when we started. It's been going, just high up there. And, that's really the beauty of the whole thing that we're seeing right now. And then we get to live stream all the matches that are played in the league. So people can actually have that broader kind of view, to view the league, see these players, and it's just been beautiful.
Well, let's cross over to the marketing leader. When it comes to grassroots football development in Nigeria, a lot of people, I always say sport is business. People play football for fun on the street. So many talents out there. Right now, they have a platform where they can showcase their talent. I will also say, as a marketer now, let me use that word. How do you get these young ones out there playing this football to know that they can actually thrive or make it become a big name through this sport of football?
Okay, basically, thank you very much for the opportunity. Basically, I believe it's all in the mindset. It's not just about having the talent. Hard work beats talent. And there are a lot of, just like you said, a lot of talented young stars out there. And this has actually been one of the dreams, in fact, the dream of the CEO. He's a philanthropist, so he dreams of encouraging these talents. Some of them might have the talent, and they don't have the belief because they feel, okay, the market is already, it's choked up. There are a lot of footballers who haven't had the opportunity to actually get scouts view them or play in the local leagues. So some might give up. Most of them actually leave football and start working the 9-to-5 job, forgetting their talents and dreams. So what we try to do is encourage. As my colleague rightfully said, we encourage by giving them that platform that is similar to the world-class standard. You need to come see some of our matches. They give their all. They give their heart out. Because the pitches, the games, the bonuses, the motivation is top-notch. I dare say maybe none, maybe probably the Nigerian League can beat the type of motivation we give them. We have clips for them. We give them regular clips after matches. We give them, like he said, match bonuses. You need to see players vying for Team of the Week. You need to see them celebrating goals. You need to see that passion, and that's what the whole grassroots development is all about. The CEO has been about this. He believes the greatest form of charity is anonymous to anonymous. He doesn't want to know who is blessed. As long as you have the talent, just come showcase it, and we give you the platform via a live stream, like he said, to showcase this talent. So that is his way of giving back to the community. And I believe with this type of platform, they can see that they can be much more than what they are presently. And we believe that will motivate them more by giving them this chance that they don't really have. They play other competitions, they play other leagues, but here is like, in fact, what's failing to describe it? Maybe one day you get the chance to come to Briary Township Stadium, or even Lagos when we start in June, to experience this. It's amazing.
Okay, we've been talking concerning Rising Star Football League, the league that is really making waves right now across Nigeria. Abuja, Lagos, Nigerian talented footballers are given the opportunity to showcase their talent, and that's why they are here. To also encourage the young ones out there that they have all the platform where they can actually showcase their talent. Well, and when it comes to Nigerian football, we know right now it's getting better because a lot of people are beginning to see it as business and no longer just for fun or entertainment. Football is taking place, actually taking the #1 position, and we know that other sport too, because we always want to promote different sports on the show. But right now we're talking football. Back to you, Bobby, before I come back to Majiro. When it comes to Nigerian setting, when it comes to how we promote our own football business-wise, we know that we're still far away compared to the European clubs or thereabout. But to some extent now, we begin to see, you're just talking about Rising Star Football League, where match of the week, player of the week, or man of the match is being given incentives for them to feel motivated. And it shows that we're beginning to see that, okay, we can actually do this the way those guys are doing, that is getting much accolades and much support business-wise. You, as a man in charge of that, what are you doing to see how you can make this league go bigger and broader?
Okay, basically, from my perspective, what I'm required to do is to ensure that this league is out there. People get to know the impact we are actually having on these young, talented lives. And we believe, personally, I believe, before you reach a certain level, you must start from the grassroots. Grassroots it's actually the beginning. Say, for instance, aside promoting this talent, we also give back to the community. For the winner of this league, my colleague rightfully mentioned, it's an 11 million naira cash prize.
So giving back to the community, how does it come in?
Fantastic. We have 12 teams playing. The winner of the league takes home 1 million. Then we have a Super 4 challenge, the first 4. The winner comes home with 11 million. Now, from the 11 million naira, 6 million goes to the team and the players. Then 5 million back to the community.
For development.
Where the team
is domiciled, where the teams reside.
Okay.
For the orphanages, for borehole projects, for social projects, for giving back to the community. Okay. So it's not just about football. Okay,
good one there. We've been talking with Bobby Sekana and also Majiro yes, who is actually with us in the studio now. I saw you there cutting in. Maybe you can expatiate more concerning this particular situation.
So basically, like you said, the prize money is going to be split. There's 6 million that's going to be going. There's some money going back to the community, you know, where we do some community projects. So we're also going to try to develop football in that same community in whatever little way that prize money can, you know, come into play. You know, so probably maybe we could be doing, it could be maybe small pitches, maybe 5-a-side pitches, you know, but
in that particular location,
within the community where the winning team is domiciled. So it's not just that they are playing for themselves, but they're also playing for their community, because everybody comes from a home. Everybody has a village. Everybody has a location. Everybody has a base. You know, so that way the people from their community as well will also benefit from their playing. So it's a win-win situation either way you look at it.
Okay, when you talk about win-win situation now, let's talk about the players themselves, the welfare of this player playing this league. We know that most of the times when people organize tournaments, people don't care how the player, if they are injured at their own risk, people don't care. Security, we know how it is. It's a bit volatile right now. How secure and how well taken care of these players, the team, the coaching crew and all that?
Okay, so I'll start from the security. All our matches, we have security personnel on ground, so we don't take any chances, you know. So usually you find security men assigned legitimately to do provide security coverage during matches, you know. So for the security aspect, it's all sorted out totally. Then regards the players' welfare, yes, we have a medical team on ground. We have a medical team on ground. In case of injuries and whatever it is. Now we also go to their training sessions as well, you know, to see how they train and be able to give advice whatsoever at any given point in time. Then in terms of their welfare again, most of the clubs that are participating currently have good ownership, I would say, at that level. So you find out that even the club owners, you know, they've put in place mechanisms to take care of those players. So it's not like maybe they're just left alone to just come play and whatever it is. No. Most times these players are in camps where they come to play from, where they are taken care of, they're fed, you know. They have basically the things that they will need, the necessities that they will need to be able to you know, what I call it, thrive properly. You understand? So
okay,
that is really sorted out.
Okay, because our time is almost up right now. Bobby, is there any hope of, just in a very short moment, is there any hope of spreading this across Nigeria? Because it's like Abuja, Lagos now. And I'm sure a lot of people out there want to see this particular league come into their own location.
Definitely. In fact, that's our goal. Football, our acronym is football is our lifestyle. We started in Abuja. We're moving to Lagos. The next target, in fact, is nationwide. But it takes step by step. So definitely, we will take this grassroots development nationwide. Okay, you want to buttress more on that before we wrap it up?
Well, one state at a time. Just watch out. We might be in your city next. You can also invite us. So let's see who will be able to host us. You understand?
Okay.
So we're ready to come in and you know, deliver grassroots football. You know, as should be, basically.
Well, we've been talking with the gentlemen from Rising Star League who are here to actually see how they can let people out there know that it's a particular league where talented footballers have the opportunity to showcase their talent. And it's a big one because they said they were trying to go places now, Abuja, Lagos. Now, who knows? Maybe it's coming to the northeast or northwest. Just be ready. Rising Star actually rising there. Majiro, again, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And also Bobby, even though your second name actually
it's been a pleasure.
Okay, good one. Bobby Sequena there. Thank you so much for coming too.
It's been a pleasure.
Well, for those who actually join us via Zoom, I will thank J.C. Adams and also Joseph Peter from Lagos, who also joined us to talk about MPFL and Premier League. For J.C. Adams, he talked about the Nationwide League One. And for the NBA, appreciation goes to our Sharif for being able to at least give us some review concerning that particular sport. We have to go now on the show where we always tell you that sport is fitness and business. I'm Adeni Aji Shafe. Thanks and have a splendid weekend.